It seems as though the saying yes, the actual individual person saying yes, with the faith that that yes makes us new again in the promise of salvation against any previous no's, is a yes that we're called upon to make moment to moment, and that is the crucial foundation. That in baptism we make that first fundamental yes.
Well, maybe you did. I was crying.
Well, but that, do you feel that the moment to moment yes is
yes,
very fundamental?
Yes, it has to do with something that was said before. That yes you make it is not just a vague yes. It is a yes to very concrete moments because you remember the mystery is incarnated before you. Now we have added this to the mystery. We had the mystery, it was lovely before. Now it is the mystery of the cross. It's the same mystery. But now you know how it's going to be present to you in a personal encounter. Now you might understand why it is your husband. Before, that's not no mystery of predestination, that's just Joe. The cross, yep, that's Joe. You see, that's concrete now. It is, yes, in the person of your husband, precisely when that is a cross. It is in your little baby's excrement. Yeah, that's it. That's the concrete encounter. It isn't in your lovely little retreat house. That's when you have to do that. It is in the little touch that an old lady sometimes gives you as you help change their urine in a nursing home. That's the encounter. That's that moment. That's that yes. The concretissimum, a theologian calls it. You know, we like fly off, ecco, in the flesh, concrete, an event, something that happens. And, some are great, but all have something of the cross in them, of that event. And some are pure cross. Pure cross. And yet that encounter at that moment is your encounter with Jesus Christ. It's when you say yes to his death as your destiny, and you move further towards reconciliation and resurrection. You seem stunned by this. You don't like it. Well, I wish it was different. I'm trying to work out something else, but yeah, there he is.
Monsignor, the question of predestination, I can never remember the answer to this one, but it always gets confusing. If predestination is there, how do you really play your free choice, in a sense?
Lovely.
And secondly, if that is so, then, the answer to that, whatever it may be, how does that take into account the real relationship with God that he really wants?
Lovely, lovely. Well, look, the problem is this. You see, you already pick it up, and that's great too. Mention predestination, and then most people react like you, with a big problem. Why? Because a great disaster occurred in Western theology. That is, the whole question of predestination was separated from predestination of Christ. I'm saying the first and main predestination that is that of Jesus Christ, and it means nothing more than creating a destiny that has that purpose. When I say you're predestined, it means this is your purpose. This is your destiny. You like it? Great, it works out. You go against it, you're in hell. Because that is your destiny, you say. Predestination means nothing more than that, biblically. because of a general problem that was the separation of the doctrine of creation from the Trinity. Creation was put entirely in terms of the one God, not of a Trinitarian God. Therefore, with a problem of how to reconcile an infinite freedom with a finite freedom. You see, in a Trinitarian God, that is love. People in love are constantly affirming each other's freedom. They would never compromise or sacrifice the other's freedom. Love and freedom are not incompatible, you see. So God's infinite love is not incompatible with your real finite freedom. In the philosophical God, you go figure it. And the attempt to figure it is that incredible story about the theology of predestination that had people hurling stones at each other. You know, the Augustinians, the Thomists, the Molinists, the Scotus. I mean, what the heck? It was out of control because they were dealing with a false question. Now, especially the beginning of this century, the topic of predestination was revisited in theology, and people realized that it should be once more retrieved, one should recapture where it really starts, and it is in the discussion of creation, its purpose, and Jesus Christ. Taken out of the question of whether I'm going to go to heaven or hell, and within a Trinitarian God. Hey, we've run out of time, my dear people. Come back next time. Thank you.